Today I'm going to be doing my review for The Invisible Man, so let's get started. Let's start out with the positives. First of all, the movie is directed by Leigh Whannell, who I'm a huge fan of. He was the director of Upgrade, which was a movie I really enjoyed, but I think The Invisible Man might actually be better. One aspect of the film I really enjoyed is the sound design. I think it builds tension really well, how it's mostly silent, and I think the tension just really winds up with the sound design. The movie stars Elisabeth Moss, and I think she has a very good performance inside of the film. Some of the things that happen to our character I think are portrayed very well, and I think she handles them great. I also enjoyed how the movie mixed sci-fi with its story. I think the sci-fi elements make this the most viable version of The Invisible Man. Personally, I think that the suit worked perfectly in the film because I think it is something that could really happen one day, and it didn't take me out of the film. One thing I really liked about this film was the cinematography. I think the cinematography is just great. It consists of these smooth shots, and I think they match the tone very nicely. And there's some points inside of the film where the camera departs from our main character and starts following the Invisible Man as if he was a visible character, but he's not, and I think that just adds to the film a lot, and I really like the way they added that. And to be honest, the way the Invisible Man hunts her gets hard to watch at some point. He doesn't try to physically hurt her, but he tries to ruin her emotionally, and I think that works really well inside of the tone that was built out from the first scene in the film. A lot of people got nervous when the trailers started coming in for the movie, and they started saying, "The trailer spoils everything!" But no, the trailer doesn't spoil everything. It actually is very well made, and it doesn't really give away anything too specific, any reveals, and I think that's why it's still a good trailer. And keep in mind, this movie was made on a budget of $7 million. For those of you who don't know the average budget for a film, that is nothing compared to the average movie, and I have to give props to everybody in the crew who pulled that off. This movie had great direction, a great cast, great production design, great sound design, great cinematography, and it's just a great horror film overall, and for that, I'm going to have to give The Invisible Man a 9 out of 10. I truly think this is going to be the defining horror movie of 2020. The defining horror movie of 2019 was Us, which also had Elisabeth Moss in it, but I think the defining horror movie of 2020 is going to be The Invisible Man. I even enjoyed this one way more than Us. I mean, Us was okay in my opinion. This was just great. I absolutely just loved this film. I think this is the horror movie I wanted without knowing I wanted it. Now, before the video ends, there's another rating system I want to add to the channel. I am going to add letter grades to the channel. I think this movie is worth it to see in the theater and then to just buy and add it to your collection at home. This movie is going to get an A-.